I think it's because I just celebrated another birthday that this topic came to mind. As a matter of fact, in celebration of the birthday, I received so many beautiful wishes on Facebook, and one of the people said to me, "Have you found the solution to aging?" I'm sure you have. And it dawned on me that we've never really done one of these YouTube videos on aging, and I wanted to talk about it today because it really, really is important. I know over the years when people hit their 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, 60s, 70s or 80s that there can be some really traumatic experiences with individuals as they get close to 29 and then 30 and 39 and 40. A lot of people take it very seriously, which I'm not laughing at you, but I'm saying that a lot of people just happen to do it. Hi, I'm Essel. And today I wanted to talk about what an immense illusion this whole thing of aging is. Now, some pragmatic people will say, David, that's not true because I'm 40 now, and when I was 30 I was able to run marathons, and I'm 40 and I can't, and that's because of aging. And then there will be other people that will say, when my wife and I first met, we made love all the time, but now that we're older, we just can't do it that often. That's because of aging. Or my memory isn't that great, and that's because of aging. And so why do you think I'm going to tell you that this whole thing about aging is an absolute illusion in my mind? Why would I say that? Do I have scientific values and studies to be able to prove it? Do I have anything more than anecdotal? Do I have anything more than just David Essel's belief systems to be able to prove this? And the answer is yes and no. Yes and no. There's really a lot of truth in that you are as old as you feel. There's so much truth to that. And so sometimes the aging process, a person will feel so much older because of the fact that they have not taken care of themselves. And so if we don't look at the types of food that we eat, the amount of water we drink, the amount of exercise we get, the amount of prayer or meditation we're involved with, the amount of joy that we're involved with, hobbies, social interactions, all these things have to do with feeling younger in life. Now, even though I just celebrated a birthday, I kid you not when I say this, whenever anyone asks me, well, how old do you really feel? I always say 22. For some reason, I don't know what it is about feeling 22, but I really, truly feel that way. I feel that whole concept of laughter is a key, critical part of our existence to those who feel younger than they are. And I'm a couple years younger, or older, I should say, than 22. But we have that tendency to, as we become jaded and as we become cynical and as we become closed off to new experiences, as we become more of who we don't want to be, we feel older. As we talk more about the arthritis gets bigger. As we talk more about our inability to sleep, the inability to sleep gets bigger. As we talk more about our frustration with those young kids these days, or our frustration with those old people that don't know how to drive, all of those things lead up to a feeling that we are aging much more rapidly than we are. So I'm going to postulate here that this whole concept of aging is an absolute illusion that we've bought into. And one of the reasons that it's an illusion and how we know we bought into it is the constant need to buy the creams and the services to look so much younger. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing whatever you want to do to make yourself look younger, as long as it's not some type of an obsession, as long as it isn't something without this I'm no one type of an experience. Do you know what I'm saying? But outside of the procedures and the creams and all that kind of stuff, really the key aspect of aging, and if someone feels 20, 30, 40 years younger than their chronological age, is going to be how we approach life, the attitude we take towards life. So I'm just going to break it down to a few key simple steps here that I want you to evaluate in your own life. If you have a pen and paper, go ahead and take it out, because there might be some things that you want to write down here. Number one, the most important thing is how you feel about yourself in this moment. If you feel joyful, if you feel connected, and I'm going to use the word God, to a higher purpose, to a higher power, if you feel connected to people around you, if you look for the brightness in life, and I mean that quite sincerely, that you look for that joy, for that inspiration, if you are taking care of yourself physically, meaning that you're staying away from junk food and you're staying away from heavy amounts of sweets and alcohol and nicotine and drugs and all those type of things, it seems like common sense, doesn't it? You're going to feel younger. Now, those things I just said to you are a huge key component on this. The other thing is that if you're stretching your belief systems, like when I talk to people who are very young in spirit, oftentimes what they believed a couple years ago, and maybe even a couple months ago, they don't believe anymore. In other words, they put themselves through classes, through courses, through workshops. Maybe they've gone away on retreats, and they've come back with a renewed spirit because they open themselves up to new lines of teaching. When we open ourselves up to totally new lines of teaching, or we submerge ourselves in lines of teaching that maybe we already agree with, but we just don't know that much about, we automatically gain a youthfulness in spirit. That curiosity is what keeps people really young. The laughter, the joy is what keeps us very young. This isn't a complicated video that I'm sharing with you right now, but it is one to challenge your current lifestyle. If your lifestyle is molded into this consistency of the same thing day after day after day, you're going to feel older. You absolutely must feel older. If you do the same type of exercise day in and day out, unless you have a high threshold for boredom, you're going to feel bored. You're going to feel older. If you're doing the same things that you've been doing for years and years and years with the same type of people, if you're not broadening your social perspective, you're going to feel older. I mean, all these things have to do with us becoming isolated in our thought processes and sometimes in our lives. The last thing I'm going to tell you about the whole aging concept is this, is that if you desire to feel spry, youthful, energetic, curious, joyful, in love with life, if you desire those things, the aging process will have little effect on you whatsoever. You will go through decades and not feel any older than maybe when you were 22 years old. I know these things are factual. I know the concept of aging is an illusion. I want you to at least stretch your boundaries, your belief systems right now, and buy into that fact that your aging process is 100% illusion. I'm not talking about the physical process. I'm talking about you as a process. You are so much more than your body. But if you buy into your body as the indicator of your aging process, then right now you're 40 or older, or 30 or older, or 70 or older. But if you buy into the concept of spiritual aging, as I'm discussing right here, you are as youthful, as young, as vibrant, as connected as you choose to be. That's where I want you to take away from today. Please share this video with as many people as you can. We can actually reverse the aging process. The concept of excitement, joy, curiosity, love, giving love, receiving love. We can reverse the aging process no matter how old you are. You'll never have to think of it in the same way again. Share this video, go to our YouTube account and sign up as a subscriber so every time we put a new one out, it'll go right to that account that you can go check on. And also check us out at talkdavid.com. We have life mastery courses right now that you can sign up for to take to get involved with this type of teaching that I'm sharing with you. If you want work one-on-one, I've been doing that for 25 plus years. I'd love to help you shatter the illusion of aging. I'm David Essel, wishing you an amazingly youthful day. Bye now.